Welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2. Oh man, I can scroll with the middle wheel. That is so good. Whew. Alright, so last time we washed up on some island and we're exploring the cave here. We rescued whoever... who was in the... here? It was a dwarf. Right, we found Irena and helped her off of the Defiant despite her broken leg. Beadol we let out of here. Jatupek was outside. And, you know, just for the hay of it, we're going to head into the underwater passage over here. And, of course, we do have Adair with us. Let's go ahead and pull you off of your modal weapon and put you onto yours. Oh. Okay. The waters here glow an eerie blue, and the cave glistens with reflected light. You can just make out an opening in the cavern wall to the northwest, where the water flows onward. The tunnel seems to extend a short distance before turning sharply, but you cannot see where it leads. Yeah, scout ahead for air pockets. Adair sets out at a good pace, cutting through the water with confident strokes. Nearly to the far side of the tunnel, Adair finds a space to come up for air. With a place to rest along the way, this one should be much more manageable. Alright, and... air pockets provide a much-needed reprieve as you make your way through the cramped waterway. You make short work of the journey. You come up into what appears to be another smaller cavern where sunlight streams in from an opening in the stone. So... oh, it's another passage out to Villario's Rest and some ink harp. Nice. Do we have anything to, like, make anything, or do we need to actually make... okay, we don't need to get recipes or anything. What does it take for a potion of minor healing? It takes Taondratar, Bareth's Bell, and Juarep Tongue, and 50 copper because reasons. What is a Luminous Audra potion? Removes all injuries, plus 2 skills until rest. Okay. And that takes reagents, solutions, Luminous Audra dust, and 3,500 copper. Right, Juareps are like this universe's kobolds. And then, of course, we've got, like, scrolls we can craft. I don't know. I don't feel like it should cost reagents and money, necessarily, unless, like, the reagents are... I don't know. The reagents are common enough that I don't think it should cost money as well, personally. Then again, like, 50 copper is nothing. I mean, it's not immaterial at the start of the game, but it's pretty cheap. And you're gonna get a ton of Juarep tongues. Oh! Hello.
Told him not to bring that thing in there. Didn't like the look of it one bit. But no one daren't speak poor of his precious animancy tech.
The ghostly figure paces the length of the small outcropping with quick, deliberate steps, muttering to herself all the while. Her long cape flaps with a wind that blows from the in-between.
Special gift from his contact, he says. Now it's acting all weird. Gives me the damn creeps. You feel it too, right? Like it's looking straight through you?
She turns purple piercing eyes on you. She shakes her head and resumes her pacing.
Came out here to get away. Couldn't stand it staring at me anymore. Then... oh, my memory's fuzzy. Anyway, you want a Benwiths? Haven't seen you for, but he's been bringing all sort of new folks on lately. Can't hardly keep track.
Look, Spirit, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're dead.
spirit. Wait a tick, is that why everything's all grey? Hell, that explains some things. And here I thought maybe I just bonked my head. Look, maybe we should stick together. Feels right, you know? Well, with you being the only other thing around and all. I can give you a hand with, spirity stuff.
Yeah, stay with me. I'll figure out a way to return you to the wheel.
I tell you, mate, I'd take anything over this endless grey. Even Remagon's frosty arse crack.
The spirit tries to give you a friendly pat on the shoulder, but her hand passes right through you. Unperturbed, she grins and walks along behind you. See, my stance and Hana's stance are give the people's souls a chance to live, but put it back into the wheel once they die. That's why she was, like, returning souls to the hollow board. And here we've got a pistol, potion of minor healing, 2 stun bombs, and some money. Alright. Pistols aren't bad. Especially if one of the party members defaults to being proficient. Alright, let's head back through. And head on back out. I guess Villario's Rest is just the beach's name. Alright. So we've still got... Before I go up north, I still want to map everything out, basically. So I will note, this game supposedly takes more of an open world approach. Instead of, like, the Baldur's Gate node by node thing.
Spy! Magran here! My flame burns yet! Is that you?
Eldengrim appears to be in sound condition, although his waxed jacket is soaked through. He appraises you with bleary-eyed amusement.
You woke just in time for the fun. Fighting off motherless raiders one moment, flung into the freezing depths of Ondra's bosom the next.
Engrim's eye twitches as he flashes a smile notable for its extraordinary absence of teeth.
Aye. Magran learns us poor bastards that a little excitement's good for the heart.
The last Magra knight to travel with me almost went mad because of his goddess's trials.
Aye, but almost mad ain't fully mad. Ah, old Durance. The goddess shan't forge another like him in our lives, Captain.
How can you be nearly headless?
There's nae getting the ship back underway without repairs. Yonder road inland seems the best chance of that. You want to be kicking some of the corpses before you go, see if some cry out. We need a crew if we're to set sail. I'll see you at the campfire, Captain. Magran's flame warms my soul, but these ailed bones need a touch of the real thing.
Yeah, the others are waiting there.
Good, good. We 4 will comb the strand. I'd wager the road yonder leads somewhere helpful. Roads mean people, people mean goods. I ween it's worth a try.
Ooh, is that a level up? Which means trickery? Heck yeah, it is. Alright. 1 active skill point and 1 passive skill point and 1 ability for wizard. Let's see. Or I guess it's mechanics, not trickery. Trickery is Pathfinder, I think. Yeah. There, and... Basically, I want to have at least +1 in everything. So I need to go into religion. Yeah. And then I can learn 1 more spell to put into a spell book. Let's let's see. Spirit Shield, Caster. Extra weapon set. I don't really need the weapon set. Let's get Wizard's Double. Blink is always good to have. Alright. So that does mean I want to duck back into the sea cave. I'll go ahead and speed things up. What is this? Empower. You can empower your abilities or yourself. Once per fight, you can use the empower to make it much stronger, or you can use it on yourself to replenish a portion of your ability resources. Click the star on your action bar and select the ability you want to empower to restore resources, and then click your... Only use it once per fight and a limited number of times between rests. Resting at an inn or using food or drink while resting at other locations will restore empower points. So they're making combat a lot more open in this game, which I appreciate. You know, you have way more options. You know, do you make a spell more powerful, or do you make it so you can cast more in a fight, or do the same with rage, or whatever the fighter one is called. Also, he needs to level up. Alchemy. Let's go for you a point in slight, I guess. And yeah, survival, definitely survival. And you can get Disciplined Barge, intensely focus on your training, gaining the Aware inspiration for a short time. Aware gives plus 5 perception and 50% of grazes converted to hits. Oh! You could also get a weapon set, increased stride and gaining defense bonus against disengagement attacks, scaling effectiveness in unarmed attack. Already has knockdown. I think I'm just gonna go with Disciplined Barrage.
I'll handle this.
There you go. Trap disarmed. And we gain a Corrosive Cloud Trap, which I don't use traps in combat, so that's going to be money. We've got a breastplate and some Talundratara. Alright. Since Adair is... Oh, you already have... Let's see, that's 7 armor, 5 versus Pierce and Corrode, and a second enchant. Oh, the enchant button is down there. Okay, cool. Oh, and the unique abilities can actually upgrade. Like, you get extras. Nice! That is actually really cool. More reason to upgrade the uniques. But, yeah, I'm not actually gonna use the breastplate because his armor is gonna be more useful. Although, that's the way to go. So, me being me, I'm gonna go this way instead. Oh, there's another spirit.
Isn't there supposed to be a light?
You're not ready to go yet, I guess. Fair enough. Take your time. Trust me, I've seen it a lot. It can be a process. Deadfire Archipelago. Was the archipelago mentioned in the first game? I feel like it was a lot because even though archipelago is a little bit of an awkward word, I feel like I've said it a lot. Oh. Let's see. The Forgotten Sanctum has been installed. You'll automatically begin the first quest of this adventure when you receive a visitor upon the high seas after having progressed enough through Deadfire to access the Forgotten Sanctum. Secret Slayer Survival has been installed. You can begin when you can access Kazawari. Oh, this is a cool map system. Yo, I like this. 17 ale. Okay. Okay. In the distance, you see a simple wagon. The angle at which it rests on the road, one side jutting above the other, suggests that it has been damaged or disabled. Even from your vantage, you can make out kith milling around it. Kith is just people, right? Yeah. Yeah, let's just approach. As you near the cart, you make out a group of red Saran pilgrims in rough spun linens and cottons. A single draft horse stamps at the ground impatiently as two of the pilgrims argue over the front right wheel, which seems hopelessly stuck in the mud. One of the pilgrims notices you. Her step back draws the attention of the others, and a man in a well-worn gambeson steps forward. The weight of deep concern weighs on her face. Did the dreams bring you here as well? The other pilgrims look at you with a mix of apprehension and hope. Dreams? We're farmers. We come from Red Saris to work the colony fields here. We're believers, all to the one in the light of Aethys. The other pilgrims nod fervently in agreement. A woman with a smiling baby lifts the infant's hand to wave. We've been having dreams. 3 stars sailing through the sky, piercing the black of a storm cloud. Figured it must be him, Aethys, calling to us. So we came here, to the place we saw in our dreams. The pilgrims look around, matching their sleeping memory to the present. We saw the giant pass with 3 stars on his brow, but he sighs and gestures to the wagon stuck in the mud. Sad to say, we could not follow him. Wheels stuck as it gets. None of us are strong enough to lift the corner up to get something under it. More than one of us tries, and we just get in each other's way. The other pilgrims nod and stretch, suddenly remembering their aching bodies. Alright, let me take a look. A brief inspection reveals that the wagon is undamaged, but the wheel is stuck fast in the mud. We have some wood, the old man says as he gestures to the back of the wagon. If we can get the wheel up, we can slide that neath it. Inside the wagon, you see several planks of wood. A small box of valuables sits to the side. One of the younger Dawnstars looks at you, eyes wide. Reckon you can lift it? I have 20 might, so I definitely can. You square yourself to the wagon's corner, squat deep, and wrest the wheel from the mud with a grunt. A young Dawnstar stands in shock for a moment, but reacts in time to thrust a thick board beneath the wheel. It takes the better part of an hour to lay down a safe path for the wagon to roll free of the mud. You and the Dawnstars you've roped into your work glisten with sweat, but they laugh happily, singing songs of praise for Aethys. 2 hours passed. And we have a positive rep change with the Children of the Dawnstars. Smiling, their leader presses a small pouch of coins into your hand. We appreciate the help. Without you, who knows how long we would have been stranded out here. They begin to prepare their wagons as you take your leave. The Children of the Dawnstars are Ritzaran, followers of Aethys who've traveled to the Deadfire Archipelago as migrant workers in the decades following the Saints' War. Lacking colonies of their own, Dawnstars can often be found in the employ of the Valiant Trading Company or Royal Deadfire Company. 15 times that. So 90 copper. Okay. The old man calls out to you as you go. Take care of yourself and your soul, traveler. Whatever you came for, Aethys or not, we know in our hearts he has come for us. Or whether you came from Aethys or not, we know in our hearts that he has come for us. That may not be a good thing. He kinda murdered a lot of people recently. Some fresh fruit. The Pohawaro Woods. I see the town up there. I just kind of want to follow the road in what used to be road. Port Maje. What's over here? A burial site. Interesting. Oh, so now I have a list of places I can go. Neat. Okura Pass. Alright, let's just head on up to the port. I may need to replay the first game with the DLC at some point. Just to have those extra levels and stomp out that final boss, if nothing else. Ugh, I'm still a little irritated at that. Port Maje Harbor. Deep Spring,
Better see what that
2820.
crowd's about.
Crowd?
If the giant
Oh.
comes this way.
Please, everyone stay calm.
The man at the center of attention appears to be fielding inquiries from both the gaggle of townsfolk gathered around the platform and a rather severe-looking Omawa woman standing just beside him.
Please, everyone remain calm. I assure you I will do everything in my power to get you the answers you need. Our friends among the Huana.
Have offered you hospitality and safety from the storms.
The Omawa woman folds her arms.
Yes. I think we are all keenly aware of the debt of gratitude we owe to the...
I have personally seen to the safety of your homes. Now you will do the same for our families.
What about our families?
What about the ships? How are we supposed to feed ourselves? If everyone would...
As Clario's gaze sweeps across the crowd, it falls upon you where it remains. A few more heads turn to see what has caught the governor's attention.
It's one of the pirates.
At this alarmed cry, the whole of the crowd turns to regard you. A startled, expectant hush falls upon the gathered throng. Where?
Everyone stay calm. I think it's clear our guest is nothing of the sort. 2 of my guards reported a ship flying deer wooden colors, fallen prey to a private vessel. That would be your ship, I assume.
The crowd quiets somewhat at that, though you still find yourself the target of a few glares.
That would make her lucky. Your own vessels do not usually fare so well.
The woman regards you with bland curiosity. We just need some repairs and we'll be on our way.
Blanca, everyone, forgive me. I believe this matter requires my attention. You have my word that I will keep you apprised of any changes. Especially you, Mr. Ikawa.
Do not flatter me with Valian titles. You are distracted with your newcomer and wish me gone. But I will not go far, Governor Clario.
Grade. As for you, stranger, let us speak at my estate. We'll discuss your predicament.
Seems like everywhere we go, there's trouble, doesn't it? Let's take a stop at the market and see if... Let's see, you're actually named, so you're probably a merchant. Henrik.
Here you find civilization, Aimika. But outside these walls, the jungle will eat you alive. That is, unless you prepare yourself, ne? A wise and prudent decision.
Alright. Oh. He also has a respec point. Okay. Let's take a look at the things besides the... oh man, arcade busts are still like super expensive, which means they are super valuable. Let's see. Is there anything I'd like to pick up while I'm here? Ooh, he does have some magic items. Swordsman's Bracers, 10% of incoming hits converted to grazes from melee weapons. 10% to healing done and 1 alchemy. 19 to 27, 9 penetration, 1-handed club, 34 to deflection. It's accurate, exceptional quality, and has Shards of Wodoka. 33% chance to apply a stacking curse on the target, increasing their damage received. Alright, so this is kind of the hammering blows, I think, is the feat in Pathfinder. And then the Essence Interrupter Bow. 2-handed, 20 to 28 piercing and electric damage. 8 penetration, 34 accuracy, plus 5 accuracy, unfit for melee, exceptional experimental souls. Critical hits with this weapon transfer experimental soul energy into the target, morphing them into a sentient creature when the target dies. And deals the better between pierce and shock damage. Okay. If I look at the enchantments, charged copper can go into electrical conduit. 5% damage as shock. Or thermal conduit, 5% damage as a burn. So you could add shock, physical, or pierce, shock, and burn. Soul Diplomacy, morphing them into a sentient creature when dies, and creatures are always allies. Okay, yeah, that's important. Or Tethered, creatures now live twice as long. I feel like Soul Diplomacy is the one that you need. And then Shattered Vengeance. Shards of Wodoka becomes Blessed Defiance. Additional engagement when multiple enemies are nearby, or Coordinated Escape, which is immunity to engagement when 2 or more allies are nearby. Alright, so we've got some interesting choices of magic item here. I could get a large shield, but I don't think I want to. Alright. Let's offload some of this spare gear I don't need. I will keep the breastplate for whoever joins next. Just a pickaxe, okay. I'll keep the crossbow. Some leather armor, and I think that's good. Alright, we've got money. Don't really have anything I care to spend it on. I mean, I guess I could buy some more potions of minor healing, but not really necessary at the moment. Although I will go ahead and hand a couple off to Hana here. Just seeing all the magic items available in shops is a lot of the fun of going into a near town. Near town? New town.
It's not right. I came here on the
Accept
first
the
ship.
light, and you shall be redeemed.
A woman shouts, arms raised high and wide. In each hand, she grips a golden candle. The flames gutter wildly as she gestures to the crowd before her. The missionary holds a candle to drip wax in the shape of 3 stars on the forehead of each kneeling worshipper. One of them stumbles back, swiping the hot wax from his skin.
Madicchio, I did not sign up to be burned.
Watch from within the crowd. The priestess trembles her arms, face pinched with disappointment. In the warm sea breeze from the port, loose strands of her sun-streaked hair whip about her head like a living halo.
This flame is not for purification. It is for illuminating the darkness. Sanctification comes only as a result of your journey. But the light will guide your way.
She tilts her face toward the sky. Eyes shut, she drags a shaky hand to dribble wax across her own brow.
Aethys has returned at last, but it's not too late to redeem ourselves.
As surely as my fingers are webbed, I tell you, gone, never left.
Despite her contrary words, the Huana woman shrugs, accepting the golden wax.
Sakes alive, Wanglith. Ain't we got more pressing matters to attend to than a baptism?
Arms crossed over her chest, a shorter, duskier woman watches the ritual with an ornery sort of expression, her delicate chin jutted up.
We just missed one of the biggest reap-ins of all time. What about the souls that need us?
As she steps forward, she reaches for a peculiar-looking lantern strapped to her hip.
Do not push me on this, you wayward child. You'd leave the living forlorn to service the dead?
Rather than discouraging the other Dawn Star, the accusation seems to kindle a stubbornness inside her. Shoulders set, she
Here,
grins.
I'll light them all at once.
Metal clinking, she sways an eerily lit lantern in an intricate pattern before her. The priestess bites her lips, swinging harder and faster, lithe arms hurtling the weapon with a deceptively hidden strength, until she thrusts it out hard toward the crowd, splattering everyone with wax. That's one way to do it.
Yeah, it is. I call that the...
Grinning, she turns to get a good look at you and promptly chokes.
Are you by any chance looking to help the people I saw die in my dreams?
She ducks her head, cheeks flushing prettily.
I'm guessing you're not here for the baptism.
Well, I'm looking for an Audra statue about yay high, inhabited by Aethys.
I knew it!
She clenches her grip on the sickle in her right hand.
Gon's been calling me here. Left the breadcrumbs in my dreams. I need to get inland. If you're going, I could help you. Swear on my soul.
Why do you want to go inland?
There are souls needing their last rites. I ought to shine them the light, else they might get lost.
Enough nonsense, Joti. No one knows if anyone's even died. You've no business going in there, risking your own safety, risking our mission.
Wanglith, you guide the living and I guide the dead. Gon bids it and I dreamed it. Leave it be. We all serve our purposes. So what's yours?
I'm not sure I would call it a purpose, considering it was accidentally thrust on me, I think. Honestly, it's been long enough that I don't remember, but I'm a watcher.
So you can see souls? That's a handy talent to have. I know my harvesting would benefit from it. And here you are, following my god.
A bit more literally.
Watcher, will you take me with you?
Yeah. I enjoy the company of priests and priestesses.
I know an offer rare as hen's teeth when I hear it. Yeah, I'm taking it.
She beams
You won't
brightly.
regret this.
She steals a shy glance at Adair.
Hey.
Adair half nods without looking in Joti's direction. He seems suddenly focused on something in the distance. A tad too eagerly, she saunters close
At least
beside
take
you.
care, child. Come back to us in one piece. If not for my sake, then Samhain's.
The older priestess sighs, shaking her head.
So don't tell her. What the High Priestess doesn't know won't hurt her.
Grinning, Joti waves her brethren a curt parting. Oh, I could have her as a monk. Harvester of Gon or Sister of the Reaping Moon. What does a monk do in this game? Buckler proficiency. Gain wounds when defeating an enemy with a melee attack. All wound abilities cost +1 wound. Gain wounds when receiving damage. Monks achieve greater understanding of their body's capabilities during the hardships of existence. Amongst fists and feet have a base damage accuracy and penetration higher than others and increases permanently as they gain power level. She starts with Swift Strikes. The monk's hands become a frenzied blur of attacks, increasing their action speed for a brief period and granting them quick inspiration. Force of Anguish, a powerful attack that knocks the opponent a significant distance and prones them. And next passive, Lesser Wounds. Lowers monk's wound threshold, letting them gain them faster. Alright, yeah, let's try a monk, because there actually wasn't a monk party member in the first game until the DLC, so I didn't actually get a chance to try the class.
Why does an islander get paid the same as I?
They're bigger than you, and they haul cargo without whining about it.
It's not right.
Alright, Jyoti levels up. It just makes sense to make her a religion and alchemy buff. Let's see. Yeah, let's go for Lesser Wounds, so that she gains her resource faster.
The children of the Dawn Stars. I wondered if we'd run into them down here. There's someone I used to know. Just an old friend. Came out here to settle with them last I heard. Maybe we should ask around. See if she's still out here. Might be she can help us.
Just a friend, huh?
Jyoti rubs the back of her neck, clearly uncomfortable. How'd you know her?
Well, both grew up in Gilded Vale. Same temple.
Adair looks askance at you. You're eager to see her, but you're trying to hide it. Why?
All right, all right. We used to, you know. She was real loud, too. Used to have to cover her mouth or
Oh.
the dog howling in the next room.
Not the thing I was expecting. Could have stopped a few sentences ago, and it's the honest trait. Jyoti's face models bright red, and she turns away, hands covering her eyes. Oh, that's my
I
favorite
knew you'd
kind.
understand. You're gonna like her. I got a good feeling.
Alright, so you have the Lantern of Gone, which is 4 levels higher than your current level. Failure is all but assured. Alright. Like, there's no way it's not Jyoti, right? Oh, speaking of her, so she has a sickle. Deflector, +3 deflection against melee, and Soul Reaper, 5% sickle damage until combat end on scoring a kill. Let's see, 14 to 19 versus, oh, yeah. Yeah, take the Lantern, because you get shield engagement, 4 deflection, Lantern's Light, Holy Radiance. Oh wait, no, Holy Radiance isn't relevant to you. It's the Soul Keeper that's relevant. And then you upgrade it, it just gets more stats. Alright. So next... Oh, we can check out the trading post too. Oh, and I need to look at her armor. So she's just wearing Vestments of Gone, which is a breastplate. Okay. Altaria.
Ado, begging your pardon for the mess, miss. We are still recovering from the storm. We have supplies here for the paying customer. Provisions for the road, perhaps? Have a look.
Alright, so you have... Oh, you have ship supplies, I see. You also have a strange tablet. The stone tablet is wrapped in a rich leather... in a rich leather and engraved with a flowing vertical script in a language you've never seen before. Yeah, let's buy that. We also have a ring of minor deflection, a battle-worn grimoire, which, I mean, I'd like, but it's not important to me yet. And the Death's Maw helmet. Death runes. Being near a killed enemy grants temporary damage reduction. No paladin better personified the ethos of the Bleak Walkers than Hans Elchbert. He was a single-minded instrument of violence and the finest cavalry officer among the Bleak Walker companies operating in Deerwood. His superiors utilized Hans and his group of riders in the way one fires a cannon, mounted atop powerful war horses, and clad in heavy plate, they broke enemy infantry formations with a single pointed charge. Hans' helmet, designed to make him visible to his subordinates through the dust and viscera, became an icon of approaching death for any warrior brave or foolish enough to stand against the Bleak Walkers. When the paladin finally fell in battle, his few surviving enemies cut his head from his shoulders. According to legend, Hans' head continued to bellow from within the helm, ordering his men to press the charge and leave none alive. Dumbfounded, the victors buried Hans' head unceremoniously and left his corpse to the ravens. The helm's travels, however, were not entirely at an end. So that's a pretty cool item, actually, but I don't need it. And I don't need any ship supplies yet, anyway. Oh, yeah, I want to buy that tablet. Let's see. There's the jail, the governor's estate, Rinko's house, and the Kraken's Eye. Let's check out the Kraken's Eye before ending things off.
Fresh fish! Red Serens, adherents.
Let's see. No one with the name? Oh, there's a stuffed kraken with a kraken's eye. I did not want to steal from it. I thought that was the examined icon.
We haven't any rooms for you.
The rather large man behind the counter glances your way, smiling grimly.
Guessing you're the one came in off that shipwreck down south. Not sure if that's good luck or bad, but here, I figure you deserve a drink.
How can you tell?
No secret to it. We haven't had a new ship in port since the storm rolled through. And yet, here's a stranger in my tavern.
What's this about the lack of rooms?
We're full up. You aren't the first outsider to turn up looking for a place to stay after their ride off the island ended up at the bottom of the sea.
He pauses, fixing you with a considering eye.
Well, tell you what. I've got one room or two have been cleared out by now. Only the occupants decided to outstay his welcome. Real trouble is, he hasn't settled his bill. He's a merchant captain by the name of Galleon. I've given him a fair chance, but he's been a right prick about the whole thing. I've got a spare key here. You chase him and his pals off, and the room's yours. At a discount.
He slides the key across the counter towards you. What if you won't leave willingly?
Ah, well. He's a prat, but he's not so tough. Smack him around if it comes down to it. But I figure a few sharp words ought to do the trick.
I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it, truly. I'll have someone tidy the place up for you once you're through. Chances are they've spilled ale just about everywhere. I don't want the man dead, and that's not what I'm paying for. Just see him on his way and we'll call it done.
With a final nod, he turns away. Alright. No one else really named in here.
What do you mean?
Right. Oh. That's... Sorry. Wrong room.
Sadly, I cannot.
Oregon. Hey, Gallia.
Remember ordering more drinks? Thought I'd locked that thing.
The glassy-eyed gentleman before you bears a miserable expression of the recently sober. He also smells like he's been pickling in a cask for a few days.
Thing is, the way doors work, right? And I realize this is complicated, is that you close them and then uninvited people stay on the other side. Try not to slam the door on your way out, yeah? My head's going to pieces.
You've got until I count to 10 to get your things and get out. Galleon blinks at you and then at his companions. He bursts into laughter.
Did Thorol put you up to this? You really want to get your teeth kicked in on his behalf? Get out of here before you regret it.
Look at my two companions. You can leave on your feet or get dragged out by the ankles. Your choice. Galleon sneers for a moment, but something in your expression squelches his confidence in a hurry. He scratches it nervously at his beard.
All right. Just keep your boots on. We're leaving. Thorol wants us out on the streets so bad, so be it.
You serious, Gallia? Where are we supposed to go?
The Almoa woman glowers at you before following him out. Now that's done. I'll yoink the things that he might have left in here. The Saints War Part 2 Invasion.
Still kicking, eh? What'll it be?
I've cleared out that room for you.
Hey, good work. Times like these, I can't afford to keep on anyone who can't pay their tab. The second word got around, I'd have every pauper in the city on my doorstep. The room's yours if you want it. And for a job well done, here's your pay.
He sets a damp leather coin pouch on the counter. Minor reputation gain with Port Maje and 1,200 copper. Heck yeah. And a lot of XP. Alright. So now that we have a sleeping situation here, if we need to stay in town, next time on Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, we've got a couple more places in Port Maje to check out. See you guys then.